While elite African runners from Kenya and Ethiopia have dominated the lead pack at the Boston Marathon since 1988, a look at the remaining 30,000 who take on Boston tells a very different story about diversity in the sport.
We always talk about what we can't do. Black people don't run, but we run, and we run well. And the question is, do we feel like we're in a safe space to be able to do it?
Thaddeus Miles is a man of many talents.
And I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, I'm a veteran, I'm a photographer, and an author.
10 years ago, he took on the additional role of community organizer when faced with a troubling statistic.
I was reading about how Roxbury has a different life expectancy of 58 in the Back Bay, which I could throw a baseball from here to there, has a life expectancy of 91. So what was creating that 33-year difference, which was a lot of medical issues? And so I felt like one thing that we can do and we can do for free is be able to run and move our bodies.
HoodFit, a grassroots organization to promote healthy body, mind, and spirit in the Black community, started with a 5K.
We decided to create a 5K in Roxbury that took us through some of historic Roxbury. We had 126 people come out for the first 5Ks, and then to see the people in the community actually cheering us on as we were running.
2023 marks the 10th year of the HoodFit 5K, and in that time, many other community-based running organizations have flourished.
1, 2, 3, Pioneers!
When I see Pioneer Run Club, when I see Trailblazers, when I see all these other groups that are out here running and creating community, it's something that we only dreamed of that could happen.
It's a dream now shared by the Boston Athletic Association and its first African-American female board member, Adrienne Benton, inspiring them to establish the Boston Running Collaborative in 2021.
The BAA can't necessarily be all things to all people, but at the same time, we can support organizations in terms of grants, technical assistance, so they can grow and develop to better serve the communities that they serve.
Beyond supporting running programs in diverse communities, the collaborative is also creating alternative paths to the Boston Marathon starting line.
You either have to qualify, you have to raise a whole lot of money. Usually the fundraising threshold is around $10,000 for nonprofits. And for a lot of people, you know, it's very hard to go to friends and family to do that. So there are 9 runners who will be participating in the Boston Marathon this year that may not have had access before,
including Damian Leach.
It's always been my dream to run the Boston Marathon. I grew up in Roxbury, but as a kid, I had trouble with some serious asthma that prevented me from feeling really hopeful about sports.
Leach would outgrow his asthma, but there was no outgrowing the violence that he witnessed daily in his community. Through running, Leach found a temporary escape.
Running makes me feel like I'm flying. When I found out that I got into the Boston Marathon, I was dancing in the shower.
Excitement for the realization of a lifelong dream and empowerment for a bright future.
To cross that Boston Marathon finish line as someone with asthma is a moment of overcoming something that I felt was pulling me back. So I'm really excited to crush this race.
Though the Boston Marathon doesn't start in the halls of Mass General Hospital, for the past 25 years, Dr. Howard Weinstein has used the race to support some very special patients.
I became motivated as a pediatric oncologist to try to establish a team so that we could raise money for childhood cancer. And so our first year we had 10 runners, and each runner was paired with a patient.
Now, at 100 runners, the Mass General team that Weinstein leads has grown, and so has its impact.
We've been raising $1 million a year.
Weinstein was a young 51 when he started the team. In the 25 years since, he has run with former patients, their parents, co-workers, and friends. But in 2023, he will be joined for the first time by another Dr. Weinstein, his daughter, Becca.
It was something that I always thought about doing, but time just never really seemed to work in my favor as far as the training hours. And now that I'm back in Boston, I think it was sort of inevitable.
Inevitable because she and her twin brother Aaron, who will also be lacing up this year, have a long history of supporting the cause.
When they were about 8 years old, they said, we want to help raise money. And so they started a lemonade stand right at the Mile 20 on Comm Ave, and they started to raise more than $1,000 each year.
The money is great, but the focus has always been on the patients who line up each year at Mile 20 to cheer on their runners.
It's a tough race, but not as tough as what what our kids go through as far as chemotherapy. I always stop at Mile 20, and I, will do 100 high fives, hugs.
And this year, the younger Dr. Weinstein will have a very special fan waiting at Mile 20 as well.
I've actually taken care of her when she's been in the hospital this past year. She's awesome. I don't think Spectacular even does it justice. It's a pretty amazing thing.
Incredible. While Dr. Howard Weinstein says, admittedly, he has maybe slowed a step over the years, the good news is he's happy to report that children's cancer research has not.
Yeah, leukemia is the #1 childhood cancer, and 90% these days, it has a 90% cure rate forever, while other childhood cancers are more about 85%. But Dr. Weinstein says he is determined not to rest until they hit 100%.
He is doing the work,
He's doing it.
walking the walk, and running the run.